Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review, and I'm really kind of excited to babble about this one a little bit anyway. But before we do that, just want to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because that's what we do here. I talk about music, I call it babbling, and then people, they like it. So that's why they like, share, and subscribe. They share and subscribe to the channel, and then we babble about it some more in the comments. So before we get into it today, that's what you got to do. But already going on a little bit too long about that. But Von Groove is who we're talking about today. And you're probably saying, Von who? But yeah, this is a band that's been around actually a really long time. They have several albums out. I think Canadian, if I'm not mistaken, but it's a band that I kind of discovered somehow. I remember reading, and I used to read a lot of metal albums back when they came out, like Rip, Hit Parader, Circus, all that stuff. And I just remember there's a little article in one of them about this band, and it was a three-piece band, and I had to and they had a self-titled album. That was their first one that came out, and I was like, well, I have to get that. It sounds amazing. So I got it. I got it on cassette, because everything was back then. I don't remember where, but somehow I got it, and man, I listened to that thing over and over and over. It was such a good album. It's hard to explain. There's nothing really groundbreaking on it. I'm not gonna just make it sound like that, but it's everything that you would want in this style of music. It's kind of AOR, melodic. I want to say hair metal, but it's touches on that a little bit. Just big, fun, catchy choruses, hard rocking, really good vocals, really good musicianship. Like every one, and even though it's a three-piece, it's just, it's got the Mladen, I guess, is the name of one name guitarist, Michael Schotten on was it vocals and drums, and Matthew Jarrett on bass. I think I said that right, so I don't know. I'm going by memory here, but that is the band, and every one of them is like a phenomenal musician on their instruments and singing. In fact, he sings on one other band that Frontiers, because I think this was released on Frontiers, if I'm not mistaken. He sang for another project of those, which was really good. And I think it was called The Rainmaker or something along those lines. I have to check again, but that's a really good album too. And I haven't listened. I'm just thinking of it just now off the top of my head. I haven't listened to that album in a long time. It probably came out about, 4 or 5 years ago. It was really good. But yeah, Von Groove released a whole bunch of albums, and the first one I think was just amazing. Wasn't really sure what to expect because they haven't done anything in a while. But this is all three of those guys again. Just releasing some brand new stuff, all new original music. When I saw the title of it, I do have to admit, I'm like, that's got to be the most cheesy, unoriginal title I've ever heard. It's called Born to Rock. I mean, I don't know what it is, songs that say, rock or metal or anything like that in the title, like nowadays, seems just a little cheesy to me, although I have to admit that there's a lot of albums and songs with rock and metal in the title that I love. So that being said, opening track on here is a really good song. It kind of sets the tone for how it's going to be, kicks in just like the last album, or the first album did, the one I was mentioning, this there, wow, good English there. It just rocks. It's just got everything you want. The great vocals, catchy. The only thing I can say about it is I did notice the production was a little bit which was kind of disappointing. It's not horrible, but the guitar tone could use a little bit of work. It just left me a little bit, and the whole album's like that too. It's like just the rhythm guitar just kind of not strong. It's just weak, mid-tony, not strong. It just doesn't have that edge, that rock, especially nowadays. How can you not get that tone? What are you doing that you couldn't get a good tone on that guitar? There's so much out there. There's so many ways to get a good tone, and it just isn't there. The leads sound great. Lead guitar sounds great. For some reason, the crunchy rhythm guitar, bad, just bad. But other than that, the songs are so good, it kind of makes up for it. The bass sounds great, vocals sound great, the drums sound really good, but that guitar, rough. But that song was fun anyway. It was really, it's not, I don't want to say it's like so horrible it's unlistenable, but man, what they've already done, what can be done, like the sounds that are like possible to get, like just, did nobody listen to this before they like released it? Did like nobody like say, hey, maybe this needs a little bit, I don't know. It's just really frustrating. But anyway, yeah, other than that, it was really good. And there's a fun little wink at the very end of that track. There's a little wink or nod, whatever you want to say, to Once Is Not Enough, their first single. And I thought, oh, that's kind of funny. That's kind of cool. But yeah, that's how it starts. But once you get into the feel of it and you kind of crank it up a little bit, you get the, you settle into the sound of the album. It's good. I wouldn't recommend like putting these songs in a song list or playlist, whatever, with other music, because it isn't going to hold up. Unfortunately, the sound of that guitar is just, man. I know I'm really like dwelling on that, but unfortunately, that's it's there. It's the white elephant in the room, unfortunately. But like I said, the songs are so good. Like songs like, I mean, this picks up from there, Fearless. It's got a really cool melodic rock, catchy song or sound to it. Champion also just keeps like the momentum going up. The bass work in that one is really cool. I mean, that's just rock solid in Champion. Just I don't know how to explain that one. It's just got it's a little bit more harder edge than a lot of stuff on the radio, so you probably won't hear anything like this, unfortunately, on the radio. Like songs like this just don't get played anymore, but it does have that big anthem feel, like maybe like a Bonfire or feel, or even like a catchier Dio type stuff. So it's got that, and then like stuff that really took me back, like to the earlier albums. So if like this is a band that's obviously going off their name and their history, so the next few songs like Adrenaline, Angela, Undefeated, just like right in a row, boom boom, this has that feel and sound of like what they did earlier on, and that's kind of like what I was kind of hoping for, not gonna lie. I mean, I like when bands do stuff, they experiment and they try new things. This is not one of those bands that ever wanted to do that. They do what they do like this good, they stick with it. It's funny, listening to it, his voice is a little bit more mature nowadays, the singing is, and it's a little bit stronger and got a little bit more of a deeper feel to it than the earlier stuff. Obviously he's older. And it reminded me a lot of Joey Tempest. So if you're a Europe fan, you like the heavier, but still very catchy Europe stuff, you're probably really going to like this band. Like, or Def Leppard, I guess, would be another one that if you're into that, like catchy but still hard rocking type, like not the more recent Def Leppard, but the earlier Def Leppard, where it was a little bit more rocking. Like songs like Do It All Over Again or Heart of Forgiveness have that type of feel to it. Even bands like even the groove of something like Billy Squier, had back in the choruses, like especially, there's that catchiness and that memorable chorus type stuff. They know how to lock into that, and they just really, I don't know, just know how to like really write a good catchy chorus. And then it ends with like the last few songs, Dreams, Waiting for the Sky to Fall, and Always Endlessly, kind of like still just bring back that earlier Von Groove sound, especially like Dreams has that funky bass line. Kind of reminded me of like on the first album they had a song called Schmaug. I guess that's how you pronounce it. It was like an instrumental, but that song really had a cool showcase for each one of the guys in the band, and that just kind of reminded me of that. I mean, it's completely different sound and everything, but it was kind of cool that it had a funky little thing going on that reminded me of something they did earlier on. So they're not running from their past. They're not just totally riding on their past, but it definitely has that earlier feel. And Waiting for the Sky to Fall was like a big ballad type thing. A little bit of orchestration going on that one too, which wasn't not too much. It was just enough to fill up the song and make it sound really good. I hate it when bands like overdo it, but whatever. And it ends with another ballad. It ends with Always Endlessly, which was like a ballad after a ballad, but not quite the same, but extremely orchestrated, pure AOR. Just like very strange way to end album, two ballads in a row, but that definitely builds. That they build on each other. Like the first one's got a little bit of orchestration going on, then Always Endlessly just really builds up and ends on a big full song. So interesting way to end things, but overall I don't have anything bad to say about the songs. I would actually almost rate this a 10 if it wasn't for that guitar sound. In fact, I would just say it's more like an 8 because of the guitar sound, which really sucks because that's the only thing that's keeping this album from being just about perfect. But nonetheless, worth going out and getting. If you're a fan of this style of music, you like this band, it's definitely worth it. I've not taken it out of the CD player. This is one of these ones I put in, left in, and played over and over. So it's that good, even with the crazy guitar sound. But anyway, maybe you won't find it as detrimental as I do. I mean, I'm just picky. But tell me what you think, and hopefully they'll keep going and put out some more stuff. And until then, we'll see you.